Hello everybody, today you're watching the Wild West mill. I'll do a little tour of the mill. So this is our heli head saw. It has a 3-blade vertical edger. So this here's the vertical edger. The bottom 2 blades move separately from each other, and the top 2 blades are fixed at 4 inches, 4 1/4. We have a 54-inch head saw. That's the slab belt going down to the Gangsaw. That's the belt that goes up to the chipper. That's the cant deck that everything comes off the head saw, goes to the Gangsaw. This is the 3 head block carriage from Sawmill Hydraulics. First 2 bunks are 7 feet apart, and the last 2 are 6 feet apart. We have a log turner from Sawmill Hydraulics as well. This here is the log deck. Right now it's full of pretty big cottonwood. Here's a big tulip. So for the log deck to work, these interlocks have to be plugged in, otherwise it won't run. We got one up there too. So this is the notcher. The notch is always 9 inches, but you can go up to 77 inches, I believe, for the length of your pieces. So this is the trim saw area. One guy runs the trim saw and one guy will pile. Right now all the cottonwood and BAM's going on sticks. It's going to be made into pointed garden stakes. We had to cut some cants because the Gangsaw was broke down for a little bit. So here's the piling line for the Gangsaw. So the Gangsaw is a pretty cool piece of equipment. Here's the control panel. So there's the cut-off saw that cuts everything to length. And then here's all the stoppers. We got a stopper for, they're all adjustable, but we got one right now at 30 inches, 36, 42, 48, 60, and then all these ones on the top. Here's a 72. And then a 96, and there's 109, and then this last one can move all the way down to here. So the Gangsaw, it's double arbor. This is your access door. It's a dual bay Gangsaw. So this is how you set the head height. So right now, he's just using the bottom arbor. So just this arbor here, because we're only cutting 3 1/2. So to set up for 3 1/2, when you're using the bottom arbor, you have to subtract 1 inch and add 1/8 to set your head height. So he's got a spacer in there that's 2 5/8. Now when you if you're using the top and bottom arbor, that's for anything that's thicker than 4 inches. So 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 6. You just put your spacer up top here. So it's 2 separate machines, but they work together. So right now, in this side of the machine, he has 1 1/8, 3 1/2. So he's just running 14-inch blades on the bottom arbor. hooked up. So here's the other side of the gang saw. The tires are what push the cants through. And right here's the planer. And then it gets to the blades. But this side's set up for 3/4, 3.5. So there's 4 spacers on each side of each machine. So this is the 3/4, 3.5 hardwood. This is the 1 1/8, 3.5 poplar cottonwood bam. Here's the vibrator to the chipper. This is all the ductwork attached to the blower. Comes from the gang saw, the planer, and the saw blades. Goes outside. So this here's the chipper. There's a conveyor underneath that takes the chips out, and then they go up, and then they go into the shaker. And they go into that conveyor, and then up into the bin. The sawdust goes through the barn cleaner, and then up into that bin. So we do have a basement here. There's a bandsaw down there for beveling. And then there's a multi-saw. And then we just use the rest for storage. There's an upstairs too, but there's not much up there. So right here's the log deck again. Here's the kicker to kick the logs from outside. That's our this is a Moorbark mobile debarker, but I haven't really shown it in a video yet because it's not very good. It really just knocks off the dirt. It's okay for a circular saw, but if it was a bandsaw, we'd have to get something different. So there's the log yard again. Truckload of logs come in over there. That's the pile we're working on right now. 10-foot bam and cottonwood. That's an 8-foot pile. That's another 10-foot pile, and there's 14 to 16. There's all the lumber. It's all got to get finished, planed, and ripped into strapping. Alright everybody, you've been watching the Wild West Mill, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.